What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And did y'all hear it? Okay. It sounds like Chucky Schumer done tried to man up and muscle the Supreme Court justices. Now, I just couldn't believe what I heard the other day. First of all, I couldn't believe what Chuck Schumer said to the Supreme Court justices. But then, what made it even more precious and special, the Chuck Schumer tries to come out and clean it up and made it worse. Now, if that was President Trump, of course, he would be some type of gangster. And yet we have Chuck Schumer trying to shake down the Supreme Court justices. And I wonder why he picked the two that President Trump picked. I mean, all the other ones that's been there a while, he didn't say nothing about them. He didn't call them out by name. But he had to call out Kavanaugh. And, of course, he had to call out, Gorsuch. He called them out by name, And what makes it a little strange is that he did what he claimed Trump did, where it was inferred to the Ukrainian president that it was a shakedown. See, I think it was less obvious with the phone call with Trump in Ukraine than it was with Chucky Schumer here. Okay, shakedown Chucky, okay? So my man, Chuck, decides to get on the bullhorn at a pro-life, rally right outside the Supreme Court justice, got on the bullhorn and decided that he was going to talk reckless. And I think what happened was he got caught up with the crowd. So we want to hear what Chucky said, and then we'll go from there, okay? All right, let's hear what Shakedown Schumer had to say.
Abortion rally outside the Supreme Court, Chuck Schumer, the master of heartfelt Senate hypocrisy, said this.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you if you go forward with these awful decisions.
Well, dang! Did y'all hear Shakedown Schumer? He said, I want to tell you, Gorsuch. I want to tell you, Kavanaugh. Now, he didn't say, I want to tell you, Republicans, or I want to tell all the Supreme Court justices. None of that. He didn't say, I want to tell you, Trump. He called these two particular people out by name and said, you done released a whirlwind and you're going to pay a terrible price and all of this stuff. You won't know what hit you now. Now, I don't know about you, but them there, it's fighting words. If out being from Youngstown, Ohio, would heard somebody say that to me, now you got me concerned. Now all of a sudden my spidey senses is tingling, and every time I open my door to go to my car, I'm looking outside for you. See, I'm like, all right, that brother done threatened me, and I'm a little concerned because, see, I don't know what that meant, and neither did Chuck. See, Chuck, he didn't get specific with the threat, but yet he's telling us right now it wasn't a threat. Why would I do that? Come on. Yeah, of course, after you get caught, why would I? Oh, you thought that was a threat? That's no threat. Yeah, it's easy to walk it back after you realize I went too far. Now, I see what happened. The crowd was cheering him on. Yeah! And he got caught up. He got caught up in it, and he's like, you know what? The people love me. At this point, it's not for Schumer. This has nothing to do with Schumer. It's for the people. And I got to give the people what they want. And he went too far with the threats. And I'm sure right when he walked off stage, he was like, oh, boy. And so was his people like, okay, Mr. Schumer, we're going to have to go ahead and try to clean this up because that sounded pretty drastic. Now, what I think he is really saying, and Laura Ingraham brought this out last night, is that, hey, Gorsuch, hey, Kavanaugh, when we get back in power and in control of the House and the Senate, we coming after y'all because we don't respect the courts anyway. So either you vote or wait, or we're going to make you pay the price. It's that simple. We're going to do stupid things like we've been doing against President Trump. We're going to go ahead and try to get you impeached. We're going to go ahead and go after your family. We're going to launch smear campaigns to try to just disrupt your life. We're going to do what we did to Flynn, because that's what the Democrats do. They say, you know what, we're not even going to go after just the main person. We want a lot of blowout. We want a whole bunch of collateral damage. We don't care if kids are involved, family members are involved. Look what they did to Kavanaugh, off grip, trying to get in. They didn't care about his family. They didn't care about his reputation that he spent a lifetime trying to build. No. There was a greater objective. And Chuck Schumer's greater objective is to, for some reason, protect abortion. Like it's at threat or something. Now, I know that long-term abortion, that 9 months and stuff, yeah, that's a problem. And I can't for the life of me understand why the Democrats are obsessed with abortion. They love abortions. If you don't believe me, listen to this at the crowd. Let's hear this.
Outrageous stuff. Even Chief Justice John Roberts called Chuck's comments dangerous. Sensing trouble, Schumer's office offered a coward's lie, claiming Chuck really meant Republicans would pay, not the judges, by birthing a major reproductive rights movement.
I don't know about that.
Which we know is false,
yes,
because that movement already exists.
True.
I want to tell you, Senator Gasbag, never before in the history has the unborn ever faced such hate.
That's right.
Because, you know, they're just a bag of cells.
Yeah.
Unlucky enough to be conceived after these lucky women were born.
Yeah.
Abortions are one of the safest procedures you can do on an outpatient basis. Safer than doing an endoscopy or doing a wisdom teeth extraction.
Okay.
Today, we are taking the opportunity to present reproductive freedom, including abortion, for exactly what it is, no less than liberty itself.
Gotcha.
Where are my people who had abortions? Where y'all at? Hey! Abortion bans have got to go.
Are they doing an abortion chant? I mean, did she just get up there and say, all right, now where's all my party people that had abortions? This ain't no concert, man. See, you wonder why? You wonder why we don't want to let the left have control of our lives? Because look what they're celebrating. See, if there ever comes a time where our country becomes immoral and lawless, it's going to be because of the left. See, it's one thing to act up and do something and just be quiet about it. You know, you kind of like, man, if anybody found out about this, you know, if anybody knew that I ate boogers when ain't nobody watching, that wouldn't be a good look for me. I mean, I don't want nobody to know I eat boogers. Versus you out there like, how many of y'all out there booger eaters, baby? Woo! Throw your hands in the air. Put your finger up your nose. Pull it out your nose. Like you just don't care. You singing it and praising eating boogers. That's what you want to do. You want to glorify something nasty like that. So if you, for whatever reason, decide to have abortion, it's not something you should be going, hooray, yay. You know, you should probably contemplate, say, maybe next time I might want to be more cautious when I'm having sex, or maybe, you know, whatever you got to do to cope with that. But when you see them out there going so far to the left to where it's not just we want your simplistic version of abortion, which seems to have been working up until now, considering the amount of abortions that's done taking place, but that's not good enough for the left. They always got to go over the top. We don't want just abortions that's reasonable 3 or 4 months in. We want it all the way up to 9 months. We think that's not enough time for women to make a choice, whether they want to have the kid for 4 months. That's not enough time. We need 9. We need 9. And then you got them out there throwing out chants and celebrating this like this is something we should all go, yay, you know, and you wonder why people say we need to stack the courts with conservative and constitutionalist judges. Okay, let's hear the rest of this.
We'll never stop talking about my abortion.
Oh, thank you for that.
Well, there you go. You hear that? She said she will never stop talking about her abortion. Okay. This where we at? This where we've gone as a society? Once again, going back to my booger eating analogy, let me put my statement out there. I don't eat boogers, okay? But you know what I mean? There was always one kid in school where you look over while you're practicing your spelling, and you're like, hey, so-and-so just ate a booger. He ate a booger. That kid for the rest of his life will be a booger eater, okay? Now, that kid normally would go, man, you lying, I eat no booger, man, stop, you better not lie on me. The kid doesn't say, darn right, I ate a booger, how many else want some boogers? I eat boogers, you eat boogers, wouldn't you want to eat boogers too? Eat some boogers, eat some boogers. You don't celebrate eating the boogers. There's a time where the kids say eating boogers is nasty. Do that mess at your own house in privacy. Go to the coat room. Wait till you're in the stall at the bathroom. Act like you're reaching under your desk and drop your pencil and pop one in your mouth. I don't care how and when you eat your boogers. But we don't want to see it or hear about it, okay? It's just that simple. But not them. No, they just out with it. So you got Chuck Schumer that done got forced into celebrating these abortions, and he goes too far to where he throws out these reckless statements about them paying a price. Now, who is he talking about? How can you belittle the intelligence of people and say, well, I wasn't talking about those two, even though I called them out by name, and I was specific of you two are going to pay the price. So I guess we're all dumb. We're supposed to say, well, it's implied. It's implied. He was talking about the Republican Party, even though he mentioned Gorsuch and what is the other one? Gorsuch and Kavanaugh by name. Yeah, it's just implied. So he's in a little bit of a pickle, and they're talking about censor. They're talking about him stepping down. Some even talked about he violated a law because you can't intimidate Supreme Court justices because they're not voting your way. I mean, if I was one of those judges, I'd come out and be like, hey, man, come here for a minute. Let me talk to you. Shakedown Schumer. What did you mean? See, what you talking about? I mean, what? So I guess if I didn't vote your way, I got consequences coming. What you want to do, Chuck? What you want to do? He's lucky. That's what he is. He's lucky he's a Democrat and he suffers from Democratic privilege because most likely nothing's going to happen. But let it be Trump. Let it be a Republican. Oh, you want to disavow him. You also got to make sure they come out in sackcloth and ashes and repent before everybody. Oh, not to mention, you got to step down too. Oh, you can't work in the country anymore either, by the way. Yeah, you got to pretty much wear a sack on your head for the rest of your life. And then finally, if we can also press charges and throw you in the slammer, we'll do that too. There's never enough punishment we can give you as a conservative or Republican or Trump. Okay, but Trump, it'll blow over and he'll be right back on the wheels of steel as the Senate minority leader, and hopefully not for long. I want this man to retire very soon because I definitely don't want him getting the gavel back in his nasty, crooked, funky, arthritic knuckles. Same thing with bag of bones, mush mouth, monkey paw hands, having nasty Nancy. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, Chuck and his lies, trying to shake down the Supreme Court justices. So anyway, God bless. Don't forget, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, and the notification button. Check me out every Wednesday night live on YouTube, Facebook, and my radio blog talk show. Make sure you still subscribe. Make sure your notifications are set for all. And what else? What else I want to tell y'all? Okay. All right. Check out Extreme Tees. If you like something, put Kevin in the promo code. You get a 20% discount. And you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Okay. Oh, and if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. There's a link below this video to do that. All right. God bless. See y'all next time. Kevin's Corner.